Hello everyone, you're welcome to another beautiful episode of Punch Sports Extra, live from the digital studio here in Punch. The European football season is into its third week and we'll be analyzing all that happened over the last weekend. My name is Femi Phelps and today with me is someone I love to call Audio Mark, Enito. Enito, you're welcome to the show today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Femi. It's good to be here.
It's nice to be here with you.
Yeah.
I love your suit.
Thank you very much.
Let's get into the action today.
Yeah.
The just concluded football week last week was filled with a lot of excitement in the English Premiership in particular. Quickly, I would like to discuss Arsenal's game against Fulham with you and all that happened. We all know that Arsenal has spent a lot this summer transfer.
Quite humongous coming from Arsenal. Yeah.
And the game 2-2.
Yeah.
They came from a goal down to lead 2-1, and at the end of the day, they threw away the lead and drew 2-2. What do you think about Arsenal's performance?
Okay, so it started with drama and ended with drama. I think according to Opta Joe, this is the third time that Arsenal has, I think third or second, that Arsenal has considered, that they have considered early goals in the first 3 minutes. I think it was this season or maybe coming from last season. And it goes to show you that other teams are catching up. The smaller guys are not actually scared of Arsenal. And if you look at the first goal, it appeared to be like a blunder, but it was not a blunder. Yes, thank you very much. It was a cheap goal, and you did not expect, no, but I'm sure Arsenal fans did not expect that goal from their goalkeeper to be considered in that manner, you understand. But then you have to give it to Fulham. They were against Arsenal and they did not, hold back. Thank you. They were very proactive and, they went all out for the game.
One thing sorry to interrupt, I think I like about the Fulham's performance is even after going one man down, they still tried to attack Arsenal on the counter. They were not scared. They didn't run into their shell and all. The second goal, that's the equalizer, was a testament to their bravery.
It paid off. It paid off.
I believe I speak for a lot of Arsenal fans when I say Arteta's tinkering with the squad. Let's look at that first goal. Partey was the one that made the wrong pass or the error. Like, what is Partey looking for in the right back position?
Well, I think you have to make an excuse for Mikel Arteta. The new signing, what's his name now? Jurriel Timber.
Yeah.
The injury to him, really maybe changed his game plan or his selection. You understand? But then using Mikel Arteta as what's his name now?
Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey at the right back position. He's a defensive midfielder, so he's a defender of some sort. Not a natural defender, but
he's a midfielder.
Well, there's a Declan Rice that costs over 100 million pounds. Yeah. So you understand, he can afford to play a midfield without Thomas Partey. You understand? But however, I think the main concern for Arsenal fans is Kai Havertz. They are wondering why Mikel Arteta has to change his game plan to accommodate Kai Havertz. So that's where the issue is now. There's a lot of questions surrounding Kai Havertz.
I made a statement last week.
Okay.
A post actually on X. I said, I'm trying to paraphrase. I'm wondering what Havertz's real position or role. I don't see the reason why Arsenal spent 60 million pounds to buy Havertz. Like, what is he meant to do in that thing? And watching the last two games, I watched the FA Community Shield and this one. I feel his teammates too are wondering, like, what is this guy's role in the team? There were a lot of misplaced passes. He looked like a passenger during the game against Fulham, and I believe Arteta also saw it and withdrew him.
So I think Mikel Arteta and what's his name, Eric Ten Hag are making, or they have made the same mistakes. Now, what do I mean? Kai Havertz is new coming into Arsenal. Yeah. He needs. I feel that yes, I understand that he's not a newbie in the Premier League, and because of his caliber yes. But I feel that there are some certain players that should not just stroll into the starting 11. yes, like try to integrate them into the team slowly. You understand? Because of the game plan. Well, the game plan might might make the coach want to bring him straight into the team. But then there are some players I feel that you need to just like integrate them slowly into the team. Bringing him on in the second half won't be a bad idea. And Eric Ten Hag, he made the same mistake with Mason Mount. If you watch Mason Mount, he has found it difficult to hold the ball, to make simple passes. You understand? I feel it's just a little bit of pressure, a little bit of pressure.
So is he coming into a big club with a big fan base?
He's a big player of some sort. If you look at it for a certain level, they are great. You understand? But then I feel that maybe allow him a little bit of fresh air, allow him breathe, and then just bring him into the game. He would do a lot, changing the game when he comes in. You understand, as a substitute.
Starting the game.
Yeah, rather than starting.
Okay, just one more thing about the Arsenal Fulham game. Okay. Looking at the Nigerian player Calvin Bassey, what do you think about his performance? Even though, unfortunately, he got sent off after a second yellow card. So
I'm going. His coach and the rest of his team, I'm sure that after that game, they would go and hug him and congratulate him and tell him thank you. You understand? That was a very decisive decision. He almost lost he lost his footing, and the player was already free.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, the player was already free. So that would be like, it was a good decision for him. He had a good game, a decent game. It was a good decision. Because if they had scored that goal, that could have been the end of the game. They wouldn't have, had an opportunity to come back into that game. You understand? So it was a very brave decision from him.
Okay. Speaking about Nigerians, our very own Taiwo Awoniyi is on a blistering run of form.
On fire.
7
man on fire.
Consecutive matches. What do you think about Taiwo?
So I said from I think like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, and I said that we just need him to keep scoring, and he's just doing it. I'm a Manchester United fan, but then seeing Taiwo Awoniyi score against Manchester United, scoring against Arsenal, it's amazing. And this is the third African player to do that in 7 straight matches. Yes, Mohamed Salah and Emmanuel Adebayo. If he scores in their next game, he set a record.
I hope he scores.
I hope so too. And he's in my FPL, so I want him to score. I want him to score more than 1 goal. You understand? Maybe like 2 goals.
So you get more points.
You get.
Okay. Straight into the game against Manchester United, where Awoniyi scored. It was a comeback from Man U, from 2 goals down to win 3-2. What do you think about the performance from Manchester United?
Yeah, drama upon drama. From one drama in London to another drama in Manchester. Manchester United were undone in the space of maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes, of 10, 15 minutes. They're about conceding 2 goals. The first goal, I cannot explain what went wrong. I could not explain what went wrong. I could not. The second goal, if you had Maguire in that game, and you would have felt that, that kind of error could have come from Maguire. But Maguire was not in the game, and they conceded the second goal. But then, character.
Maguire is not even playing, and his name still creeps into the conversation.
So for me, I have some sort of respect for Maguire. I like the fact that he stood his ground and he's ready to fight for his place in the team. Yeah. But then you cannot just like overlook some errors that occurred and add his name on it. You understand? So you have to blame someone.
Well, as a Manchester United fan, I'm sure you were happy that Manchester United eventually ran out 3-2 winners.
Yes, we are not new to that. It's, Manchester United.
Kings of comeback.
Yes, the kings of comeback. But I'd rather we do the comebacks against big teams and not small teams. And it's too early in the season to be, having comebacks like this. It was as if it was the final game of the season. Come on.
Speaking about comebacks, Liverpool also came back from 1 goal down. Not just 1 goal down. They were also a man down when Van Dijk was sent off after about, 26 minutes? And they came back in the last 9 minutes when Nunes scored 2 goals out of nowhere against Newcastle. Newcastle had one of the tightest defense in the Premier League last season. What do you think about Liverpool's performance?
So we have to give kudos to Liverpool. So this is the second time in a row that they would have to come. They would have to play like 10 man.
Yeah.
You understand? One man down. So the game against Bournemouth, they were 2-1 up when they had a man sent off. I think it was a wrong call at the end of the day because
I think it was cancelled or
yes,
reversed.
yes, it was reversed. However, they played with 10 men on the pitch, and they still scored the third and decisive goal. So I think it was not new for them to even play against a team like Newcastle. However, you need to give kudos to them. They are playing against a Newcastle team that is trying to, to stamp stamp its authority in the Premier League as a top club, as a contender. No, not just top club now, as a contender for the Premier League and the top 4. So you need to give kudos to Liverpool. Darwin Núñez must have been vindicated yesterday because there are some complaints about him during last season because he found it difficult to really find his footing. You understand? But then 2 goals in the space of 9 minutes, and the last one coming at the 90th. I think it was at the 90th minute. You need to give it to him. You need to look at the finish, top class finishes from Darwin Núñez. And this is the 11th straight time that Jurgen Klopp has defeated Eddie Howe. He has not won against Jurgen Klopp 11 straight times. 11 straight matches. It's amazing.
I think
from
I'm
Liverpool.
very optimistic about Liverpool's performance this season. One issue I had with them last season, they had a non-existent midfield, and they fixed that problem. So I believe they are going to push Manchester City for the title. For me personally, they seem the best opponent or best team that can push Manchester City for the title. Just quickly.
I don't agree with that, but we can move on. I don't agree with that.
Okay, let's do something quickly.
All right.
I'm going to share my top 4 predictions.
Okay.
And you share yours. Do you want to go first?
No. Go first. Go first.
Okay. My top 4 predictions. In 4th place, I believe it will be a 3-horse race between Tottenham, Manchester United, and Newcastle. And I believe Tottenham will come out top.
Okay.
Yeah, Tottenham, they seem to have settled their problems around their team. Somebody wants to stay, somebody wants to leave. The manager doesn't want to sell him,
and there's
blah,
a
blah,
new
blah.
captain.
No coach that doesn't want to stay. They seem to have settled all that, and they've gotten a pretty decent goalkeeper. So I believe they'll come out tops against Manchester United.
For 4th place,
For 4th place, yeah. In 3rd position will be Arsenal.
Okay.
I know a lot of Arsenal fans are expecting that, okay, Arsenal will finally push for the Premier League season, but I believe Arteta's tinkering of the squad is going to cost them a lot this season.
It might.
And again, Arsenal seem to be 1 or 2 injuries away from a total disaster. Just imagine if something happens to Saka or Saliba,
that would be very disastrous.
or Saliba, like it happened towards the end of
that
last
was very
season.
disastrous.
So they will come out third.
They might be looking to buy 1 or 2 players before the end of the transfer.
Well, the transfer window, they still have a week. Yeah.
About it.
Then in 2nd place is Liverpool. Yeah. I said something about Liverpool earlier. They fixed the issue they were having with the midfield. Their midfield was non-existent last season, probably as a result of injury, old age. They fixed that this season. Then Man City, they own the league, honestly. I've watched them play. No, honestly, I've watched them play for the past couple of games, and they are able to take you up a notch. When you just feel like, okay, there's nothing they can do again, you just take it up. Look at what happened on Sunday, even after Haaland missed that penalty. Sheffield United played fantastic.
Brilliant.
Against Man City for a team that is just coming from the 2nd division to push Manchester City that far.
Yeah.
But this is the thing with Guardiola. He's able to push his team, like keep demanding of them, and they keep responding. A team that I believe will perform woefully, and they're already performing woefully, is Everton. Even though I don't want them to be relegated.
Yeah.
This alongside Arsenal, Manchester United, I think they are one of the only 3 teams never to have been relegated from the English Premier League. So quickly, just give me your top 4.
Okay, so my top 4, let me start from the first. I think it will choke me to say that Manchester City will win this league again, because it will be like the first time a team will win the league for the fourth straight, you understand, fourth consecutive trophy. But then you can't write them out. They are like the number 1 contender for the league. So in first place, I take Manchester City. Then I'll add Manchester United to that. So I'm going to have like maybe 2 people in one position. So I'll take Manchester City. I'm adding Manchester United, not because they have shown us that they can, but because I'm a Manchester United fan. So permit me to do that. Second place, I'll use, I would say Liverpool. I agree with you that Liverpool, they're doing well so far, and I think they'll keep pushing. Liverpool, third place, Arsenal. Fourth place, I'll have Newcastle, Chelsea, and Tottenham. But then, I feel that Tottenham will fall off at a point. They now leave me with Chelsea and Newcastle.
So
Newcastle might just edge.
Okay, so that would be Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle.
No, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea.
Okay, I'll let you run with that.
So I'm saying Manchester United, not because of the club, but Manchester City, a City United. Let me say City United. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's quickly go to La Liga. This is a league that interests me in particular as a Real Madrid fan. I'm sure virtually everybody in the studio knows. The injury crisis to Real Madrid is leaving me panicking for this new season. At a point in time on Saturday, I said a silent prayer. Can the season just end? Let's start again.
It's just game week 3.
Yeah, but our squad, the Real Madrid squad, is really thin. And, you know, initially we had Courtois go down with ACL.
Yeah.
Then Militao, the first game of the season, ACL. Now Vinicius down again. And really, we don't have any replacements on the left wing. What do you think about Real Madrid?
Well, I feel that if you need an experienced coach to manage a team that is plagued or that appears to be plagued with injuries, and you have Carlo Ancelotti, and is like the best person in that position. And I'm sure you have some players that are, maybe we can refer to them as utility players because they are versatile, like someone like Lucas, yes, Valverde, Lucas Vasquez. You know, you have those kind of players, and I'm sure that it's sad though when you have key players going out early stages of the season due to injury, and it's not just a slight knock; it's a serious one at that. However, I feel that Madrid will pull this one off, but the question mark now lies at the front. Since the departure of Karim Benzema, Real Madrid don't have a strong striker, so to speak. You understand? And people will be looking at why aren't they going for someone like Victor Osimhen? Why aren't they going after a player like that? He scored 3 goals in 2 matches. Why aren't they going for a player like that? You understand? But then I think the deal is everybody knows or everybody feels that there is a certain Mbappe coming for free. That is likely coming for free next season. So you guys will need to make do with the players that you have now and hope that Jude Bellingham keeps scoring.
Well,
he scored 4 goals in 3 games, right?
Yes, he has scored 4 goals.
Amazing player.
And for me, as a Real Madrid fan, honestly, anytime I look at the squad, I'm scared. It's strange to have a Real Madrid fan that is scared. What is Perez doing? Just buy us a striker.
But okay, if you look at the top strikers now, because Madrid is a top club, you understand? You don't just buy any other players.
Yeah.
So of the strikers that you feel that are available now, who would you pick? I'm sure Victor Osimhen will be top of that.
100 million, Napoli will negotiate.
100 million.
Yes.
Napoli wants more than 100 million. I think last time I heard they wanted about 150 million euros.
We bidded 180 million for Mbappe 2 years ago.
Mbappe.
Yes.
That's Mbappe.
You have the money.
You have the money and spend the money. If you have the money, spend the money.
Quickly, let's talk about Barcelona.
Okay, before we go to Barcelona quickly, I think that you need to look at the signings that you guys already made. You already signed, what's his name? Jude Bellingham for over 100 million. You understand? So, and there'll be question marks about FFP. You get, so I'm sure that Florentino Perez is just, trying to see. What if, because the news around PSG is that they feel that Mbappe has already signed the contract with Real Madrid. And look at Real Madrid, no Benzema, no worries. It's quite strange. No Benzema, no worries. So you understand, it could be true that Mbappe is coming for free. So let's just wait and see.
For the past 3 years, we'll be hearing Mbappe is coming, Mbappe is coming.
Mbappe
scored over the weekend for PSG.
So I feel that Mbappe is a player that has his mind already made up. But I won't be surprised if, he signs a new contract with PSG. But then, so that they could, cash out on him.
Well, I don't know. Let's move on to Barcelona.
Yeah.
4-3 over the weekend. What's happening at Barcelona?
Well, it's nothing to be scared about. It's normal. Like, there could be some teams that will just give you a run for your money. So it was Villarreal. Yeah. You understand, against Barcelona. They are not a write-off team.
One of the biggest teams.
Yes, I think they came from 2 goals down and equalized 2-2. Barca went ahead to score 3-2. They scored again 3-3. And it took the best, like one of the best strikers in the world to settle the score. And that's Robert Lewandowski. You want someone like that. It could be quiet for most part of the game, but at the nick of time, when you need him the most, he'll come up. And that's why you need strikers like Lewandowski, Nunes, no. Lewandowski.
Nunes did it for Liverpool.
Lewandowski, just hold on. Someone like Lewandowski, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
So, if you're talking about strikers, Lewandowski, Harry Kane, Karim Benzema, they're on a level. I'm not mentioning Ronaldo and Messi because those guys are, on the GO80 level. But then, you look at those 3 strikers that I've mentioned, and then Erling Haaland, the 4, they're on a certain level. Then you can start talking about the likes of Nunes. In short, Mbappe is in that caliber. Then you can start talking about the likes of, Darwin Nunes and other strikers.
So where do you put Osimhen in all this?
Oh, thank you. Apologies, my brother. I'm an Osimhen fan. Yes, Osimhen is in that caliber, because some people feel that it was the first season or the second season in Napoli, and maybe that they need one more season of consistency to finally believe that he's that kind of striker. I don't need him to play the entire season. Is in my own books, Osimhen is in that caliber. He's in the league of strikers that you can bank on anytime, any day.
Okay, nice. Yes. Serie A. Thank God you just mentioned Osimhen. What's happening at Serie A? I think Juventus played 1-0. It was a 1-1 stalemate. Napoli won their game.
1-0, yes. Osimhen scored.
Yeah.
I think AC Milan won their game as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, quickly before we round up, the Punch FPL table.
Oh, yes. I wish we wouldn't talk about this because I've been on a downward slope. Thanks to Erling Haaland last week, and now Brighton players.
Okay, I had a couple of Brighton players on my team.
Yeah. So I think Adekunle Sulaiman has moved
currently,
yes. So he's been singing lonely at the top around the office this morning. I was wondering, why is this guy singing Ashake's lonely at the top? But then I found out that Adekunle Sulaiman has moved up the table, followed by
Damsey FC, that's Shegun.
I think Damsey has dropped to second, right?
Yeah. Then in 3rd position we have the Z brothers. That is Meloni Ishola.
Oh yes, Meloni is is the girl power thing. So she's standing in for the women.
I'm coming up. That was my the game with 3
was your first week.
That was my first week.
So on what position are you now?
14. Well,
14. Hey God.
I had 40 points.
I've played 3 weeks and I'm 12. So what's going on?
My brother, watch your back.
Hey. I'm watching my back.
No problem. Anito, it has been nice having you
Yeah,
on
amazing.
the program today.
Thank you so much.
Just a quick roundup. What are you expecting um, going into game week 4? We have some exciting matches. Arsenal
Yes.
versus
Manchester
Manchester
United.
United. That used to be the biggest game in the Premier League many years ago. I think about some 20 years ago. But both clubs have fallen by the roadside.
No, I won't say that they're falling by the roadside. Yes, they had a little, a little dip, but then you look at the history of these clubs, and it's a game to look out for, and it's a game that will determine how far some of these guys, they go this season, because it could really just dent the form this season, or it will boost. Look at last season. Manchester United started very poorly, you understand? And then they won the game against Liverpool. That was a massive turnaround. So defeating Arsenal can do the same thing for a Manchester United side that is in dire need of a left back, of a midfielder, a certain DM or a certain Amrabat, so to speak, and then a striker, a number 9. Yes, Manchester United already have a number 9, but then he's been nursing. No, not Rashford. Rasmus Højlund.
Okay,
He's been nursing an injury and should be back maybe this week against Arsenal, which is not too certain, or he'll be back after the international break. However, you look at the Arsenal team. Arsenal I feel they are in a good position coming into this game. But then the game against Fulham might just give Manchester United a little bit confidence, and we'll see a massive cracker in that game.
Yeah, going by the evidence of how they played against Manchester City, during the Community Shield, the expectation from Arsenal was really high, but the last 2 games in the Premier League, I don't think it was very good.
Well, getting the job done is the most important thing. Yeah. You understand? Look at the game against Sheffield yesterday for Manchester City. It was quite, difficult for them to score. You understand? Even when they had a spot kick to score, they fluffed it. You understand? However, I feel that this game might just be a decider for both teams. That's Manchester United and Arsenal. How far they might go this season or not. But then I would predict a 2-0 win for Manchester United.
I'll let you run with that.
I don't care what anybody says.
Just to make you happy. It's the first day of the week.
Let me tell you something. There was a time Manchester United would just stroll into the Emirates and just trash Arsenal. Yeah, it's 2, 3-1 there. But anytime, whether depleted, whether depleted or not,
I don't think you can run over.
Well, the best Arsenal. This is best Arsenal team yet. Last season we defeated them.
And they also defeated.
Yes, so it was a 50-50. So we'll go head to head again this season. But I'm predicting 2-0 for Manchester United. However, oh God, that defense gives me heart attack. I don't know what's going on so far. I don't know. I don't want to say a blunder.
Okay. Thank you very much, Anito.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. You've heard from myself, Oluwafemi Daudu, or better still, Femi Fells and Eniton, where we analyze the previous game week in Europe, the English Premier League especially. It has been another beautiful episode of the Punch Sports Extra. We'll be back again next week to review game week 4. You can follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, X. I'm sorry. You can follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. And you can also follow us on the Punch website at punchnj.com. That will be all from us. Do have a lovely day. Thank you.